Hi, it's Phoenix Genesis. I want to show you everything I took yesterday on our little PCT hike. Yes, I've already got in 3.3 miles at 10:41 in the morning, so that's good. I'm just relaxing, but yeah, I'm gonna easily get my 7 miles in today. So let's dive in. So what I had was the REI Flash 22 backpack. And then I had a bunch of toilet paper. Since Steve was carrying the extra water, I carried extra, a few extra things like the 2 lights and the 2 extra toilet paper. I didn't use any of it on the trail. Keys, I just had, I took this off. I just had the car key. That was it. Steve had the house keys and the extra car key. This is all the water I carried because we only did, how many did I say? 10,006 steps, which is 4.8 miles. So I hydrated, cameled up before I started, and then I had water in the car, and Steve had extra water. So I only carried that, and drank the whole thing. My little fanny pack, the Nike one, which by the way, I didn't use it all. It was just to have my phone in, but I ended up not using it. Over here we've got the my little disposable rain poncho in a plastic bag so it doesn't rip. I know that it was not going to rain, but I always bring this anyway, and the reason I do is because if something were to happen, it's an emergency shelter, so it's an emergency tarp or ground cloth to lie on, so I always bring it anyway. An extra pair of socks in case I got wet in those creek crossings, which I didn't, so just had them anyway. The leggings, which I made from these tights, which I'm glad I bought like 8 pairs of these things. I think I bought 8 or 10 pairs, which I'm glad because these are just like such a winner, most valuable player. I don't use them when I'm hiking, but I use them in the car. After you were done hiking, it was dark, it was cold. I had shorts on. This kept my legs nice and warm on the car ride home. Also, you can use them as sleeves for your arms too, in lieu of a sweater. So yes, they weighed nothing. I think a little over an ounce, an ounce and a half. So yeah, those are worth it. My phone, I'm just putting the case here to simulate my phone. Some money and some more toilet paper in there. The pass, even though it's no longer the COA, the passes, I guess they have to use up the passes, so it says the COA. Had fun. Come back and see us again soon. Make your next reservation. It still says COA Campgrounds, okay, but the sign does not say COA anymore. You can see that video. My buff, this was the one that I found at laying on the way to VVR back in 2016. So, and I asked around and nobody claimed it, so it was my buff. So I like that buff. It's not a buff. I don't know what brand it is, but it works. I use it a lot. My 50% cotton, 50% polyester, thermal, very lightweight, full of cat hair and lint and dust, but wear this all the time, and it was just enough to keep me warm. I really didn't need it when I was hiking. I should have took it off, but it was great later on when it got cold. My Call of Duty beanie, which I've had since 2016 on the PCT, that I had the scarf, the American flag scarf, which was absolutely perfect. Because remember, this is winter on the PCT. This is not March, this is not April, this is not May, this is not June or July. This is, early February. So that's why I wanted a few extra things to keep warm. So take that in consideration. Then I just have this lightweight bag. I got some hiker box somewhere on the PCT some year, and that was just kind of to keep all my clothes in so I could just pull them out. My wind jacket, which I've had, my Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer Light, which is way too big on me now. It's like a tent. It's extra large, and it is like a tent on me. But anyway, I brought it, never used it. I could have used that in lieu of this, actually, because it was 11-mile-an-hour wind, but I never used it. P-rag, which I brought, but I never used because I peed in the campground before and after. Gloves, I could have used them. My hands were getting a little cold, but I didn't use them, but I was glad I brought them. I brought the little case for it, so and the little twisty tie to hold that in place because I didn't want to lose these things, which are my Nike compression sleeves, which again I did not use, but I was glad I brought them anyway. But those went in there. Then moving along, my hat I made for the PCT last year that I just yeah, I'm in the group photo wearing this at Hiker Town from last year. Just super light. My head just gets hot. I don't even like wearing hats anymore. I like full vision when I'm hiking to see around me. So anyway, so just, you know, I did use it a little bit in the afternoon when the sun was right in my eyes, but mostly I had my beanie on. My super light Uniqlo down jacket, which doesn't have it's bleeding feathers too, weighs like 7 ounces, does not really keep you that warm, but I didn't need it. All I needed it was for the car ride home, and I paired it with this, and I paired it with my scarf and my buff, and I was really nice. And when I wore the scarf yesterday, if you didn't see it in the videos, I had the buff underneath, and that was just perfect to keep me warm. Moving along, just some stuff just in case. Again, I have it in a little plastic bag with twisty tie. Some fluoride-free toothpaste, a little bit of hand sanitizer, Purell, that expires. And yeah, this one's actually not expired, so good, $4.26. The best, the strongest spoon ever, lightweight, the little Baskin Robbins one, totally strong, like perfect, you know. A couple of these floss pickers, and these are a lifesaver. They're bamboo, super lightweight, and they're charcoal. And after I had that implant, I broke my tooth in 2021 on the PCT, you know, outside that Chucky doll, man. Cracked 2 teeth actually, and I had to have the mercury filling pulled out and had to have an implant. You can see that on my channel. So these are the floss pickers that don't break, they work, and yeah, I carry a couple of those. So little baby toothbrush, and then duct tape on some Burt's Beeswax lip balm. So this is basically my med kit. That's it. So now electronics, other than the phone that we talked about, since just in case it was getting dark and we'd be stuck in the dark, I carried the Petzl headlamp, the Mindy, and I carried the Rovi Von, so that way Steve could have the headlamp and I could have the Rovi Von. And I carried my Swiss Army knife, my little baby, man, love this thing, have 2 of them. And I know it's more weight to put these on clips, on lanyards, but I want them on lanyards so I can put them around my neck when I need them and I don't lose them, because they're small, and knowing me, I lose things. I've spent hours looking for contact lenses that I've dropped on the trail or other little things. So time is, it's worth a lightweight penalty to save time having to look for these or replace them, having no light. And this is magnetic, so it kind of keeps these 2 clipped together. I should have just had 1 lens cleaning cloth, but I forgot that one was in that bag, so I ended up having 2, but that's okay. 1 for the phone, 1 for my glasses. And these were just little cases to put them in. On the PCT, when I'm hiking, I'm not going to have all these little extra bags and cases. Just you know, I'm on a day hike, I want to have a little extra weight on me. It's fine, you know, because I don't have my quilt. So, you know, adding up the little grams to ounces kind of simulates the weight I would have with the quilt. Since we drove there, I do have the car charger. Someone gave me this up at I think Markyville at a McDonald's on the way to Sierra City when I was doing my Sobo. That was very nice. They just gave it to me. So I was in the McDonald's, they ran out and said, here, have a car charger. So this thing's great because my phone was like 46%, and so it got charged on the way up. And of course my phone cable, that was it. I didn't bring any of the charging cables for the other electronics because I had enough juice for the day, so I was good. I did not need that. So that is my complete set. Now, if I added a lighter, I added a safety pin, and I added a quilt, and I've got right here, we've got, you see, we've got this pad, and I had my bivvy. I mean, and a tarp, lightweight tarp. That's it. That's all you need for the PCT. Oh, and snacks. I did have, what was it? Steve threw in some pack of these chocolate marshmallow things, mint flavored. Anyway, they were in the pack too. But yeah, you throw in some food, you throw in those few little other items, big mini, like I said, a safety pin, yes, maybe a lightweight bug net. That's all you really need to hike the PCT. You do not need like so much extra stuff that people bring. You really don't. So again, that's it. And yeah, you definitely don't need these things. These are just for now to come out here to make the video. So that's it, and I hope you enjoy that, and I'll be doing more PCT videos of getting out there doing day hikes or a couple day sections, gearing up to my through hike this year. So I'm training all the time. I basically eat, sleep, and walk or sort gear or like to basically watch PCT videos when I can, but I usually just crash at night. But anyway, that's all I'm doing at this point. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.